Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, our today's lecture will be based on basic principle of intersection signalization. Uh, so let us start this. At many intersections, a decision to install traffic control signals depend on.
Sir, the sound is so slow. Can't you love?
Okay. Can any other student tell me whether my voice is coming slow? Okay. So the decision to install traffic control signals it depends on the traffic volume, because in our previous lecture we studied that if the traffic volume is small, then you can use uh, then you don't have to install any traffic control signal. Even you don't have to install stop and each sign, because if the traffic volume is small, then if a person is trying to cross this intersection, a vehicle or driver, and if there is no other vehicle present, so I don't think so that he will feel uncomfortable or unsafe. But if the traffic volume is so high that even if he tries to cross a driver who is moving on minor road and he is trying to cross the major road, so then uh, he will face a lot of insecurity, that and also not only insecurity but the traffic volume will be so high that he will not be able to use any gap between the traffic on the main road. You will also have to see the potential conflicts. Potential conflicts means that if you have a four-legged intersection, which we discussed in our previous lectures, so we saw that there were 32 potential conflicts. So if the number of conflict is higher, then you will have to go towards traffic signal. For example, let me give a small example, that if at an intersection you have, let's say it's a four-legged intersection, okay. So if at that intersection you only have vehicles, then you can install traffic signals for the vehicle. But if the pedestrian number is so small, and if pedestrians don't use that intersection, if for example, then you don't have to install the pedestrian uh, crossing signals. But if pedestrians are also there, then the potential conflicts will increase. And when potential conflicts increase, you will have to install additional signal for the pedestrians. Okay. Overall safety of operation, for example, if even if the traffic volume is moderate, but the speed of the vehicle is so great that you if you conduct an accident study or that intersection for the past few years, and you come up with a larger number of accidents, and not only accidents, but you also have to look at the severity of accidents. For example, whether there are just minor, you know, uh, um, mm, you can say that if only two vehicles collide with each other, and just there are some dents in the body of the vehicle, and no passenger gets injured. Similarly, if two vehicles collide and the vehicles get injured up to certain level, like you can say that uh, their forehead gets uh, starts bleeding, or no bone is being fractured. Similarly, the severity gets up higher up to that when two vehicles collide and there are like the passenger sitting in that vehicle, they are dead. So you will also in an accident analysis you will not only look at the number of accidents, at the number of collisions. That collision can be between two vehicles, or a number of vehicles as well, or between a vehicle and a pedestrian. So not only the number but also the severity as well. Efficiency of operation. So for example, if you want to make the system efficient, for example, you want to reduce the delay, and for example, if it's an unsignalized intersection and due to haphazard movement of vehicle, some vehicles they get past the intersection with almost no delay, and some of the vehicles, some of the new drivers or some of the drivers which are very careful, they get stuck there because they want others to pass by, and due to this they are not getting any chance to pass that intersection. So this is not an efficient section. So if you want to make this efficient, you can go towards traffic control signal so that everyone gets the turn safely and efficiently, and driver convenience. The operation of signalized intersection is often complex, yes, involving competing vehicular and pedestrian movements. Why did they have used this word competing vehicle? Because every vehicle is competing against the other in order to move past him, in order to uh, cross that intersection before him. Because nowadays everyone is in so much hurry that almost they are in competition with the other. Competition in terms of that they want to move faster than him, they want to get ahead of the other. Appropriate methodologies for design and timing of signals and for the operational analysis of. Okay, so now in this lecture we will be focusing on like signal timings and how should we time them and what factors are present in the signal timings in order to make an intersection efficient. So for that you need to understand the behavior of drivers and pedestrians. So only then you will be able to uh, time those signals such that the system becomes efficient. Okay, it's a typical intersection configuration. You have a four-leg intersection. This is the major road, and this is the minor road, and this is the area which is shared by these four, by the traffic which is coming from the four direction: north, south, east, and west. So this is the area which is shared by them, and this is the area where accidents occur if you don't make this system efficient and safe. Now let us study some different terms like for example cycle. So a signal cycle is one complete rotation through all of the indications provided. So usually you have a green light, yellow, and a red. So the combined time for green, yellow, and red is known as a cycle. That is why they call it as a one complete rotation through all of the indications provided. Every legal vehicular movement receives a green indication during each cycle, although there are some exceptions to this rule. Cycle length. Total time for one complete rotation through all of the indications provided. So the cycle is green, yellow, and red, and the time taken by the green light plus yellow light plus red light, it shows it is the cycle length because it says here the total time for one complete rotation. Next term is the phase. So a signal phase consists of a green interval plus the change in clearance intervals that follows it. For example, at first you provide a green signal to one direction traffic, and definitely for the opposing direction it will be a stop, or the red light will be on. because at a particular time you cannot turn on the green symbol for both the opposing directions. Okay, but after the for the east-west street, when the green signal is about to finish, yellow light will start. But during this interval, this when the yellow light is on, all the vehicles which who have entered this area, the shared area, so they still have time to clear out from the shared area. For example, a vehicle is here and the signal was green. When he entered this area, the signal turned yellow. Now this yellow signal time is an opportunity for him to get himself cleared out of the shared area and move to the other side. That is the northbound road. Okay. Then after the yellow, the red light comes. For all this time, for the eastward street when the signal was green and yellow, the north-south street, the red light was on. Even if you can see for this yellow zone, they were facing a red light. Why? Because during this zone, some of the vehicles were still present in the shared area. Now, if you turn on the green time here, let me use a marker. Now, if you had started for the north-south street, the green light at this point, so what would have happened? There would have been collisions because still the opposing traffic, some of the traffic in the opposing direction might still be present in the shade area. So when the red light has been turned on for the east-west street, then the green light turns on for the north-south street, and again the same cycle is followed for the north-south street. Now, interval is a period of time during which no signal indication changes. There are several types of intervals within a signal cycle. So, period of time during which no signal indication changes. So, this is an interval, this is an interval, and this is an interval. Because during this time, no signal interval changes. Now, green interval, the at slash time represented by notation GI, capital G, small I, the duration of the green indication of a given moment at a signalized intersection. Similarly, red interval is the period in the signal cycle during which for a given phase or lane group the signal is red. So as I told you earlier that this is an interval, this is an interval. Okay, this is a complete, this is the cycle length. Cycle length is equal to the time required, the time that you are given for the green light, yellow light, and the red light. So one complete cycle includes three intervals. Change interval. The yellow light or the amber light, it denotes the change interval. Why? Because this is the change interval. Because it denotes or it shows a transition phase from this, you can say from movement to stopping. Like when the vehicles are moving and when the vehicles have to stop. So in between these two states, you have a transition state. Okay, and this transition phase is present between is followed by red. Okay, so at the end of green light, you have this transition phase. Here you can see that at the end of a red light, you have directly a green signal. Okay, so this hierarchy, this order is important. So it's a part of transition from green to red, the period in the signal cycle during which for a given phase or lane group the signal is yellow. Okay, uh, movement about to lose green are given a yellow signal while all other movements have a red signal. It is time to allow a vehicle that cannot safely stop. Look at this statement, it's very important. It is timed such that to allow a vehicle that cannot safely stop when the green is withdrawn, when the green has been withdrawn to enter the intersection legally. Any question in this slide or the previous 7 slides? Okay, clearance interval. So all red time and part of transition from green to red, the period in the signal cycle during which all approaches have a red indication. During clearance interval, all movements have a red signal. It is the time to allow a vehicle that legally enters the intersection on yellow to safely cross the intersection before conflicting flows are released. So if you can come here, look at this point. Here you can see that at this particular point, here and here, both of the streets are facing a red light. So what does this mean? So this small interval is known as clearance interval. So it's a margin of safety and it's an additional time that you provide to the vehicle that have crossed the, let me go back, that have crossed this point and have entered the shade area upon yellow light, and now you are giving him some extra time to get out of this way. Okay, so one was that the vehicle was already present in the shade area and the light changed from green to red. यो खुदा दी चिदा गाड़ी दिलता shade area की और दे दौरान जब stada signal दे दा green na yellow شو نو أكا time की खुबा أكا गाड़ी safely move شي. But what about the vehicle who entered the shade area while the signal had been turned from green to yellow? No, this point where both the streets are facing the red light. So it's an opportunity for that vehicle to move safely. ठीक शो? So this is known as clearance interval. Intersection, it is at grade crossing of two or more roadways. So we have discussed this term and its hierarchy, like the hierarchy of using roundabout, intersections, uh, overpass, underpass in our previous lecture. Approach, it consists of a lane or a group of lanes through which vehicles enter the intersection. Okay, so you have the intersection area, which is also known as the shade area because that is being shared by traffic from different directions. So the lanes which approach this shade area is known as an approach lane group. So it can be an individual lane or it can be multiple lanes. So they are grouped based on the allowed movements. That is left turn through yani कि straight movement या right turn within each lane and the sequencing of allowed movements by the traffic signals. Okay, so lane group can be like you must have observed that there are lanes For example, on University Road, if you are taking a turn near town, so they have installed cat eyes. So the people who have to turn towards town, so they have to come towards the first lane, and the other vehicles who are the through traffic who are going straight, they will have to remain in the lane 2 and lane 3. Although this is not an example of intersection, but I am just giving you an example of this lane group, that it can be individual lane or multiple lanes which are grouped based on allowed flow, left turn, through, and right turn. Okay, startup loss time. Okay, so for example, if a vehicle is stopped here because red light is on and it turns green, so what will happen? The first vehicle which are present here first, they will respond to it and then they will start accelerating the vehicle. So the time which is lost during when the vehicle drivers they perceive it and they start accelerating their vehicles, this is known as startup loss time, because the vehicles are at stop and suddenly the light turns green, so it takes time for them to like to get into the movement. So it is the time used by the first few vehicles in a queue Qatar Tawi while reacting to the initiation of the green phase and accelerating. So usually codes क्या कहते हैं कि usually it is 2 seconds. It takes the driver 2 seconds to get themselves from the static position and to the movement into the like and get themselves into movement. The first three or four headways involve additional time as drivers react to green signal and accelerate. So the additional time which is involved in these initial headways, they are added and referred to as the startup loss time. Okay, so Li is the startup loss time, second per phase, and delta I is the incremental headway for vehicle. Okay, headway, there are actually two types of headway. One is time headway and the other is space headway. If you can, can you see this figure on your screen? So the this is the gap, which is actually the distance between the front bumper of the preceding vehicle and the back bumper of the uh, sorry, the back bumper of the preceding the forward vehicle and the front bumper of the following vehicle. So and this is the headway. So headway is actually starts from the front bumper of the following vehicle up to the front bumper of the leader vehicle or the successor vehicle, or you can see the forward vehicle. So as I mentioned that there are two types of headway: the distance headway, the space headway, and the time headway. So if you measure this term in terms of distance, that is the distance from this point to this point. So uh, it is called it will be called as space headway. But if you measure this in terms of time, for example, at this point, so how much time is required by the second vehicle to reach this point? Gori, the point chikam de kana dayo point. ठीक शो? Now, how much time is required by this following vehicle to reach this point? That will be known as space time headway. ठीक शो? Knows if vehicles are stopped in this fashion on in an intersection and suddenly the green signal turns on. So first this vehicle will respond to it and will start accelerating. followed by this vehicle. This vehicle will also, as among if you had noticed, that the Khalak, they even stop their engines as well, bus intersection bande. So due to that, due to this practice, yeah, bazi onim time Khalak, like they start using their cell phone. So when they get to know the surrounding vehicles, the movement start ki, so they also get to know that the green signal is turned on. So the time which is lost during this all process, so that is known as the startup loss time. Clearance loss time, so that is the time between signal phases during which an intersection is not used by traffic. Loss time associated with stopping the queue at the end of green signal. So clearance loss time is this time when both of the sides are facing the red light. Why? Because there can be some vehicles present in the shade area. So you are giving them time to get themselves clear out of the shade area. So then total loss time is equal to the clearance loss time L2 plus L1, which is the startup loss time. This is the total time which is lost per phase. Per phase का मतलब शो. For example, we start from this red light. So first, this is the loss time because this is the time when the shade area is not used by any, uh, when no green light is available to any approach, to traffic from any approach. Okay, then when this signal turns green, so still the vehicles are stopped. Maybe some people are using their cell phones, some people have stopped their engines. So when they are responding to this green light and they are starting their vehicle and they are uh, gradually moving their vehicle, so it takes some time. ठीक है? Like it's it's not practical कि सुमरम गाड़ियाँ क्यों की वलाड दी at light पांदे. So they all are mentally ready to see the green शुरू बरवाने को. So there are some drivers who are slow in reacting. So some of the time may be lost in that. So the time lost due to these two events. So this is the this is what we studied here. Total lost time during each phase. उसकी दोबारा भी आ red sheet. So again this lost time will repeat itself because the red sheet और बिया दोबारा green कीगी बिया नूर drivers नूर vehicle से मागे के बम से drivers आसी they will respond slowly towards it. ठीक शो. So this is the time lost per phase. Each time the signal repeats itself, so you will face this. Another term is the effective green time, small g. So it is the time which is actually available for movement. So it is given by the effective green time for movement is equal to capital G, that is the actual green time for movement. Chikam actual ta signal time kade de. For example, 30 seconds ta time kade de. Who actually 30 seconds movement नहीं की कर. Why? Because initially some of the drivers take some time. यो 2-3 seconds आगे बदे के जायश ची मतलब कचा इंजन स्टॉप कर या स्टार्ट कर या कसो को सेल फोन के लगे आगे की या गाड़ी रवान की या मतलब गाड़ी गियर मतलब ट्रांसमिशन का ऑटोमेटिक देखा मैनुअल दे आगे ने दिसती भी हैंड ब्रेक बाजू नीम का यूज करेगी. ठीक शो. So that is equal to actual green time for movement plus sum of yellow and all red interval for movements and the total lost time for movement TLI, which we just studied here. So we will ये देखिए. So ये देखिए, this is a continuous signal, red, then green, then yellow. So during this yellow movement, you can see still the other side is facing a red light. Okay, and even you can see the shade area here. This, okay, let me use another color. This area, if you can see this is the instant of time where both of the sides are facing a red light. So one is this one, and the other is when they get a green signal. So they lose like 1 or 2 seconds in reacting to that action and starting their vehicles or getting themselves out from cell phone use. Okay, so this is the lost time after phases. Now if you can again see, the green signal has finished and the yellow light is now turned on. So now the other side is still facing the red light, and again you can see this here. Again this overlap of this red light for both of the phases. Okay, what does this green strip as above represent? Okay, this green strip represents that even though this side is facing now a yellow light, but still there are some vehicles who are entering from their side into the shade area. Okay, so because many vehicles are in constant movement, so when the light suddenly turns from green to yellow, notați خوني شي كده كان بس single light green na yellow شنو بس تاي garden بالكل فوق مكة ده سي خوني كنا. So there are always a number of vehicles चाही akka transition state की ची मतलब अगी movement की और and they are about to enter the shade area जागा light change ही yellow था. So this is why mung the extra timer ko, and that is why there is lost time after phases, and these are known as the clearance periods. Any question in this slide? Do you understand the difference between clearance period and lost time? Any question? Saturation headway. So it is the average headway. Headway we already discussed that can be achieved by a saturated stable moving queue of vehicle passing through the signal. Us, if you have a stable moving queue of vehicles, like you have your Qatar de Dagadu, stably move kai. Now, how much time in second is required by each vehicle that can be achieved by the vehicles during this queue? This is known as the saturation head. And the other is the saturation flow rate. That is that your direction, मतलब intersection की your side traffic तक 100% green time होती. No akka चाही तो बिल्कुल मुकम्मल green signal दे तो पयो घंटा की सुमरा गाड़ी वतेश. So saturation flow rate is actually 3600 divided by h. 3600 comes in around. That is the number of seconds in 1 hour. There are 3600 seconds in 1 hour. So that divided by h. ठीक शो. So saturation flow rate बता सर सी यूनिटी. That is vehicle per hour of green per lane. यानी कि सुमरा vehicle सुमरा गाड़ी यो घंटा की आगे यो लेन ना होती है. Provided ताकत यो घंटे तो मुसलसल ता green light on करेगा. ठीक शो. Now uh, the other term is the approach capacity. So approach capacity is J when you multiply the saturation flow time with the effective green time. So capacity of lane या lane group यानी कि capacity से मतलब शो जो सुमरा vehicles होती है प्रयोग घंटा की. So that is equal to SI, that is saturation flow rate multiplied by effective green time for lane or lane group divided by the signal cycle length. Then the example we'll study this so then you will understand it. Cycle length 60 seconds. Cycle length we know that sum of red light plus green light plus yellow are 60 seconds. Green time 27 seconds. Yellow plus all red time 3 seconds. मतलब 27 seconds green, we 3 seconds yellow, we 30 seconds sarcastically red light. Saturation headway से that is that is one vehicle the par sumra seconds 2.4 seconds. ठीक शो headway होता है समाप्त करके हम शो को करना. This is actually the time headway. That is ठीक शो start up loss time से 2 seconds है यानी कि color signal turn change red and green था. So sumra time lost ही when the drivers react to it or he movement की शी. Or clearance loss time 1 second. So we have to find the capacity per lane for this movement. ठीक शो. So the saturation capacity is 3600 divided by H. So 3600 divided by H is saturation headway. So on average you have almost 1500 vehicles per Hg per lane per hour per lane. उस effective green time से दे total green time 27 seconds hour करे plus yellow time 3 seconds है और loss time सुमर दे 10 seconds था अलग जाए की जो कलर red था green था वो और your seconds था clearance time पे जाए की clearance time कम हो दे the time that, that time ची color dot approaches वाले you have a red light. So that is as your TL. So small g comes out to be 27 seconds. So now uh, approach capacity which is denoted by small c is equal to 1500 multiplied by total green time answer 27 seconds or c cycle length answer 60 seconds. No, answer chikam capacity that is 675 vehicles per hour per lane. So from this you can estimate chikam tada signal timings kade. No, it allows 675 vehicles per hour per lane. ठीक शो उस that data तसकी use कोलेशी now कता सर demand देर सेवा उस कलेक्ट से तासर per hour traffic राजी 1000 or only 665 vehicles can cross this intersection in 1 hour. So then it means that तासर बड़ी ज़्यादा excessive delay भी. ठीक शो देखिए दा नूर मतलब बाकी questions राती है दिन तो अंदाज़ा खपल लगोले शे कि कम ता signal timings ता provide करी दी आया अगस्ता this is your capacity. So now you will have to look at your demand. Demand से मतलब कि actually सुमरा गाड़ी राजी intersection वाला ठीक है उसका intersection signal timings दा वजह सिर्फ 675 vehicles होती है 675 vehicles जो घंटा की they can cross this intersection. Okay, incoming traffic 1000 vehicles per घंटा की. So then I hope you understand my discussion. Okay, I'm closing this because this 40 seconds is ज़्यादा